Hello, hello, hello. It's 9 o'clock, everyone, so we're getting ready. I'll wait for a few minutes as everyone starts chiming in. Please feel free to share this video with anyone you know raising children, especially here in the United States, those who are raising children. All right, we're going through some, treading through some unknown territory as far as with the virus and with, life in general right now. For everybody. Let us be in prayer for everyone. Different issues, some people not being able to work, not being able to care for their families, so not knowing. That's probably one of the tough parts, not knowing. But those of us who believe in God, we walk by faith, knowing that this too shall pass. I've seen several posts reminding us that this too shall pass. Hello, I see Olivia, Michelle, and Tanya. Shawnee, hello. Glad to see you all. Again, please feel free to share this video with anyone you know who's raising children. Truly, I'm very hopeful that something that will be said each time we do a video will help someone, will help some mother or father or godparent or foster parent or grandparent, and it will help change the lives of children. So we'll wait just maybe another minute, giving people an opportunity to join us, and then we will get started with parenting on steroids, because life is different right now. So we've got to do what we've got to do. Oh, I see so many others. Yeah, it's hard right now, but we all need to stick together and work together. Thank you, Olivia. Olivia said, I reached someone. Thank you. I certainly hope so. All right, just a few more seconds, allowing a few others to join us. We will do questions at the end if you have some. Also, excuse me, I want to let everyone know that I do have a Facebook group, a private Facebook group, if you care to join that group, so that if there are other issues or questions that you may have, we can just talk about it in the private group. The group, of course, is Frazelma Teaching Parents. So if you would like to join that group, please do. Wow. There's an old quote that says, it takes a village to raise the children. And I have started a new quote. It takes a village for all of us to live. Whether we're children or adults, it takes a village for all of us to live this life. We still need one another, even though we're adults. All right, I guess we have several more. Hello, Councilwoman, how are you? Hello, Tawana. All right, we will get started. Hello, everyone. I am Frazelma, and I am teaching parents. I am so happy that you all have joined us tonight. I'm a retired teacher and school administrator. I have also worked with parents for at least 29 years, and I just have a calling on my life to work with parents, because on this journey, we need to be the absolute best parents we can be. So we're going to work together and try to do that. Also, a couple of years ago, well, 3 years now, I had a bout with cancer. It was in my sinuses, so yes, I've had chemo and radiation, and then they had to do facial reconstructive surgery, and they removed half of my face and constructed me a new one. So I am grateful to God to still be here, to be able to talk, to be able to help someone, to be able to pray. I'm grateful. All right, so we are going to get started. Tonight is all about parents on steroids, because this is a whole new way of life for all of us. None of us have ever lived through what we're living through right now. We've not gone through it before. So we're all having to kind of tread water and feel our way through. But as life has changed, parents, I need for you all to understand, we too have to change. It's mandatory. Yes, a few months ago, the children were in school each day. Those who were in public schools, they were in schools. But now they are all at home. Here in Alabama, the governor has already closed all of our public schools for the remainder of this school year. So all of April and all of May, our children will be at home with us, so we have to make some changes. Does that mean that our children have to stop learning? Absolutely not. Does that mean that our children cannot be academically and behaviorally prepared for the next school year? Absolutely not. And I guess you're thinking in your minds, well, how in the world can that be? Remember, our children have us. We are the parents. Our children have us. So we just have to step up and do things differently than the way we were doing them. I want to use my skills as a parent and a grandparent, as an educator, to just make suggestions that are effective and productive for us to work with our children at home. We will get through this together. We will help one another, and we will walk alongside each other to get through all of this for our children. I do need to make a couple of local announcements. Here in Opelika, our Opelika school system, they are distributing Chromebooks. For those of you who did not know that, Chromebooks will be distributed again on Monday at Opelika Middle School. You can check the website and get other details. If your child's homeroom teacher has not contacted you, please contact your child's teacher so that you can get more information about assignments. Along with that, in Auburn, I've checked their website as well. Their distance learning is going on. They are doing a practice week so that they can work out any issues that anyone may be having, whether it's the students or the teachers. So from March 30th through April 3rd, that will be practice week. They're hoping that this distance learning will only be about 6 weeks long through May 15th, but that's still the end of the school year. If you need other information, and I'm sure you do, more detailed information, please go to the Auburn City Schools website. So for anyone, wherever you may be, whatever state you may be in, please check the school district's website to get more information as to what's coming up, if your schools have closed for the remainder of the year, and what the plans are for academics for your children. Let us be in prayer for those making decisions, because that's a very heavy load on them. We have seniors who are ready to graduate. I mean, there's so much that has to be considered. So those of us who believe in prayer, please let us pray for those who are having to make these type of decisions in a time that we've never seen before. All right. So some of us, we are so dramatic, and yes, this is very serious and very urgent. However, we have to calm down. We have to stay safe and healthy. They're asking that we not congregate. So I understand you're having birthdays and anniversaries or whatever. This might not be the time to have the party. Let's just have the party later. But let us stay safe and let us keep our families and ourselves well. The number of cases keeps rising. That means we have to do our part and stay isolated from others. But instead of being caught so much in chaos, let us calm down, because we've already in this country been through so much, and we've made it through. We will make it through this. I mean, we made it through segregation and integration, high-profile assassinations. We made it through Vietnam conflict, Cold War, Watergate, inflation, New York blackout. We made it through the Challenger tragedy, the Exxon oil spill, the stock market crash, Desert Storm. We made it through 9/11. We made it through hurricanes and floods and other storms and random shootings and tornadoes. God has brought us through all of that, and I'm here to tell you, He will bring us through this. We had never been through any of those things like that before, and so we haven't been through this before, but He will bring us through. So, parents on steroids tonight, we've got to make some changes, and we need to make them now. Now that we know that our children will be at home for the next several weeks up until the time our school systems would normally come to an end of the school year, guess what? They are home with us. So, together, we are going to work it out. Now, let's get started with the first thing we're going to do tonight. I'm hoping that maybe each night for at least a week, I can come on live and we can work on some other part, some other component of how we need to handle this issue with the children being at home and us, parents, stepping up and being really both sides of the coin. Now, some parents feel inadequate or overwhelmed. They don't know what to do. Some feel that way because they didn't have a good experience in school, or they may not have finished school, or they have no idea how to teach their children academically. But I promise you this, if you just put forth the effort, God, He made us parents. He said, train up the children. So obviously, we have something in us to know how to train our children. The school systems are providing assignments for whatever else we need. Now, we have to monitor the assignments. We have to make sure our children are completing the assignments. We have to make sure they're actually submitting the assignments. And if for any reason our teachers send us emails or try to contact us to say there's an issue with an assignment, we as parents have to step up and make sure our children make whatever adjustments are needed. So yes, we have to step up and do what parents are supposed to do. Here we go. First thing for tonight, parents on steroids. This is what we need to do. If you don't have it already, you need to start tonight. Create a daily schedule. I know you're thinking sometimes in your mind, but they're out of school. They don't need a schedule. Just whenever they get up, they can do whatever. No, we need to keep our students, our children, on a schedule. We need to make sure things are consistent for them. Remember, they're unable to go and see friends, and they're unable to congregate together because they're asking us to stay isolated. So maintain a schedule. No, you don't have to have them to wake up at 5:30 or 6 o'clock, whatever they were having to wake up when school was in. But yes, they still need a certain time. If it's 8:30, if it's 9 o'clock, if it's 10, but they need to wake up at that time, and there needs to be a planned routine for them. So for me and my husband at our house, it would be wake up at, let's say, 9 o'clock, and pray. Thank God for waking you up. Then let's make up your bed. Let's make sure we make up the bed. Not just throw the covers. Let's make it up and make it well. Wash your face, brush our teeth, get dressed, put on some clothes, something. Because now we have so many other things to do. Then it's time for breakfast. So let's just say breakfast is at 9:20. Well, preparing breakfast is at 9:20. Don't just go in the kitchen and prepare breakfast. Now, and listen to me. Even if you are still, able to work, and praise God if you are, whomever is watching your children, please ask them, don't just go and prepare the breakfast. Use every part of the day, every part of it, to help teach and train your children. So get the children in the kitchen. Oh yes, they may be 5, 6, 7, but there's something they can do, even if it's nothing but watch how you prepare the breakfast and you talk them through it. Even if it's nothing but pour juice in their cup or milk in their cup, but there's something for them to do. So now let's start teaching them how to cook. Take them in the kitchen with you and start showing them, training them, teaching them how to prepare breakfast. Yes, I know some of you are going to say, well, they already know how to pour cereal. Excellent. But there needs to be more to breakfast than just cereal, because now you're also more responsible for them having a nutritious meal. So it should be more than just a bowl of Fruit Loops or whatever it may be. So teach them how to prepare breakfast. That's a part of training. After breakfast, somebody needs to wash the dishes. If they're old enough to, let them wash dishes. That's a part of training. That's a part of clean up your area. So wash the dishes after we eat. Next, I have my board over here. So I'm looking over here at my daily schedule board. Next, there are other house chores. One of my videos is called At the Table. It is where you sit down and you let everybody in the family know we're all in this together. Everybody is important. Everybody has a responsibility, all right? Whether you're 18 or 15 or 10 or 5, everybody has a responsibility. So this is the time for everyone then to start handling whatever chores you have given them for the household to run smoothly. Once that time is up, it can be academic time, so that you can go ahead and get that part out of the schedule, off the schedule. You can mark it off instead of waiting until 5 o'clock in the evening when probably they're not up to it and you may not be up to it. So yes, sometime around 10:30, 11 o'clock, go ahead and get started with their academics. I said before, at least 2 hours they should be able to work on academics. Now, school systems are providing Chromebooks, so many of them. I can't speak for all, but I know locally and I know in some other areas, they are providing Chromebooks for children to complete assignments. So this is a great time for your child to start working on their assignments. It's up to you, parents, to add the enrichment type of activities. So if your child is working on measurement, then again, give them something to measure at your house. Give them something to measure. Another part of it is their academics mainly start with their core subjects. Their core subjects. Their reading, their science, social studies, and math. All right? So make sure that they're handling those core subjects and turning in what they need to. Also, though, they need physical activity. So you've got to be the PE teacher as well. Oh, come on. It's fun to get out there with your children and play a game, do some running, have them to have a contest. Come up with your own May Day or field day where you have this little obstacle course and they're running with a boiled egg and a spoon, or you're tying legs together so that they can, hop to the end. Come up with your own ideas, but please give them physical activity. Do not allow you or your child to sit at home each day and absolutely do nothing physically. So you need to get outside with them, play kickball, play dodgeball, jump rope, do something with them to give them the physical exercise. And oh, how much more fun it is for you to be out there with them when they're doing that. This is a great time. If you were a basketball player in school, teach them how to dribble. Teach them how to start shooting the ball, making free throws. Teach them some of the fundamentals of the game. If you ran track when you were in school, teach them how to run properly. Teach them good form. Go back to the things that you know how to do well and teach your children some of these very things. All right. Next, I have on my board that is lunchtime. So it's been maybe 3 hours now, maybe 3.5. Time to let's eat. Don't go in the kitchen once again and prepare lunch. Have your children to go with you. Most school systems are providing free food for children. There are pickup locations. I know here in Opelika, I believe from 11 to 12:30, children can pick up lunches. They have breakfast and lunch together at Carver and at Opelika High School. So please go and pick up their lunch. Talk to them about nutrition and having a balanced meal. Those types of things. After lunch, make sure they clean up the area. And then, this is my favorite part, have some enrichment type activities. They can do art. They can do crafts. Find a way. If you have some glue and some rice or some beans or some buttons or something, they can create beautiful art. Let them draw, let them color, let them just experiment with different things. With us, with granddaughters, we have old jewelry. They can just play with it. They can break it and recreate jewelry and do whatever, but it's hands-on, something that the children need to do. Great. This enrichment time is a great time for projects. Google different projects and see what can you do at home that you don't have to go to the store and buy, because remember, they're asking for us to stay at home. Stuff that you already have at home. Some stuff that you're not even going to use. You know how we just pack things away. But come up with different projects that they can actually work on and create. Take pictures of them and share pictures with family members, with teachers. Help your children enjoy learning. Honestly, parents, if you do that, it'll help you enjoy learning once again, too. This is also the point where your children should experience something new. Now, listen to this. Every day, while your children are at home with you, let them experience one new thing, whether it's tasting something they've never tasted before, trying an activity they've never tried before, doing something, some type of project, something that they've never done before. This is a perfect time for you to teach them a skill that you have. So let's just say you know how to, code on the computer. Well, start teaching that to your child. Let's say you know how to sew. Start teaching them how to sew. Even the guys need to know how to put buttons back on their pants or on a shirt or on a jacket. Teach them how to thread the needle and how to sew the button back on. So if you are a brick mason, this is a great time to go outside and start teaching your children how you lay the bricks. If you are a carpenter, this is a great time to use your skills, the things you know, to teach your child how to do some of those things and come up with small projects for them to do right there with you. So honestly, take this time to just bond back with your family. A great time for us to do that. So every day, that's your challenge. Every day, your child should experience something new. Train them something that you know. Most of us think, oh, I'm not a teacher. I can't do it. I don't know. But you know how to do something. If you know how to cook well, start teaching them how to cook. If you are a baker and you just know how to bake all these wonderful cakes and cookies and pies, start teaching your child. This is the perfect time to start teaching them skills that you have. All right. Last on my schedule, it has free time. Yes, please give them some free time. Time that they just want to stretch out and maybe watch a show on TV or Google something, watch something on Google or YouTube or whatever it is they enjoy. You do have to monitor screen time. You cannot allow them to just be on the screens all day as long as they want. No, just not good for their minds, how their minds process. It's not good for their eyes. Think about those of us who work with computers all day. It's not good for our eyes. Sometimes it gives us headaches. It strains our eyes. So, of course, it's going to do the same for the children. So make sure when free time comes, you have a set amount of time for free time. Let them read. So they should have something to read. There are so many opportunities online for free reading. So I have shared one with, I think it's the New York Library, but there are some all over the place. They're Audible is also allowing children to read free books right now. They know that we have our children and grandchildren and nieces and nephews or whomever at home. So different companies, they're trying to help provide whatever the children need. So please Google free books, free ebooks that your children can pull up and read for every grade level. Also, let me see. Also, I have movie time. What a great way to spend some time with your children watching a movie that you like. And I'm going to tell you, when you're watching the movie, there should be some questions being asked throughout the movie as to why is something going on? Why do you think that the screenwriter wrote things to happen this way? Well, when you hear a certain type of music, what goes through your mind? What kind of emotions do you have? Everything that they have done in the movie, there is a reason for it. Start talking to the children about it. Why not allow them to come up with their own movie and see what they write and how they perform? This is a great time for us to do things that we don't normally do with them. We need to do them anyway. I've already mentioned tech time, but please be sure to give them, some tech time. Just monitor it. The last part that's on there, of course, is whatever your nightly routine is, so that you and the family can all kind of sit and talk about the day, talk about what they've done. Another thing, for your enrichment, start a garden. I started a garden in pots, on the porch. Start growing something so your children can watch it grow. You can use seeds, and you can use plants that you have already, but start a garden. Do things every day, practical things that help teach our children how to connect what they learn in a book to real life. Parents on steroids. So let's get busy. We can do this. We are the parents. Don't ever forget that part. The teachers are not the parents. We are the parents. And we can help our children. We can do this. We just have to get up and get it done. We just have to think and schedule, make sure we have a routine for things. Think about all the wonderful things, even from your own childhood, that you used to do with a grandparent or a parent or even a great-grandparent for some of us. Do some of those things with your own children. All right? Parents on steroids. Let's get to it. We've got a lot to do with our children. Yes, they won't be in school, but they still have us. And we are responsible for making sure our children get what they need. They can still be prepared for the next school year. One of the videos talks about practice at home, and it was actually to teach parents how to teach their children to be good students. Let's do all of that. Teach them to be courteous and kind and respectful. Teach them all of that. They're at home with you. So let's teach them all they need to know to be great, wonderful people, adults. All right? If you have questions, I will try to look through. Oh, someone said have the children to do journals, write stories. Oh yeah, while they're out of school, write about their experiences. Yeah, that is excellent. Let them do the journal each day. Talk about how does it feel to be out of school? How does it feel not to be able to be around your friends? You know, what do you miss about school? Someone very close to me said, well, she's a teacher. She said, well, I wanted a break, but I didn't mean this kind of break, you know. So how does it feel to be out of school for so long and not know, you know, what's going to happen? Have your children to start a journal, writing about their experiences at home with you. Wouldn't it be wonderful for you to even write a journal also? And some of those things you all can share. Let's see if there are any other things that I need to... I don't see any questions. That was one suggestion. All right. If you all have any other questions, this is a great time to go ahead and share the questions with me. I hear you, Tanya. She said, make little gifts. Make little gifts. And that's wonderful. Make little gifts. See, I didn't even use the word. Make little gifts for each other. Make bookmarks. Make fans. Make all types of small things. We don't have to run to the store for everything. We can make things at home. And our children will learn so very much. Again, remember this. More information about Chromebooks, school assignments for the remainder of this school year, go to your local school district's website and you should be able to find information. Also, if you have your child's school teacher's contact your teacher. Get more information that way as well. We can do this. If we all work together, our children should not miss out on so very much. Oh yeah, it's not like school. We don't have the supplies. We don't have the training. Yes, but we are still their parents. And we are going to step up and make sure they have what they need. All right. Again, I am Frazelma Teaching Parents. Please share this video with whomever you know that's raising children. I need to remind you that I am on YouTube, Frazelma Teaching Parents, and I do have a Facebook group. If you have other questions that you want me to address, just go join the Facebook group and we will chat back and forth there. I'm trying to think of what else I need to remind you of. All right, I think that's it. Remember, this whole world is changing. We've got to change too. We've got to start at your house and at my house and at your house and over there and at that house. We all parents now have to step up and make the adjustments. We cannot just do whatever it is that we've done all the time, because right now times have changed. Let me know how I can help. Hopefully, I'll be able to do something else on tomorrow night. If there are some areas you want me to talk about or start training on, please let me know, and we'll work on that. Hope to see you again tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Central Time. And remember, I am Frazelma. I'm only doing what God has called me to do, and His calling was to teach parents. So parents, let's go on this journey together and get everything done that we need to for our children. Thank you so much. See you all tomorrow night, 9 Central. Bye.